If you're interested at all in self-improvement, you will run into the problem of instinct mismatch. Now, what the heck is instinct mismatch? This is an idea from evolutionary psychology that describes how our instincts were calibrated in a much different time than the one in which we live, which means they kind of do the opposite thing today. The obvious example, the most common example, is hunger. Back in the days of the caveman, if you ate whatever you could, whenever you could, as much as you could, that was a fantastic trait to have. That would keep you alive. But if you did that today, it would probably kill you. There's a lot of our instincts that operate the same way. If you blindly followed your instincts back then, they would help you. But if you blindly follow your instincts today, they will keep you in the opposite direction. They will hurt you. And the instinct I'd like to talk about today is the ego flex instinct, the opinion flex instinct. Imagine a group of cavemen back in the day, standing around looking at a mastodon, seeing who could come up with the best idea of how to take down that mastodon. If they had a drag down, knockout opinion flex contest, opinion cage fight, that would produce the best idea to take down that mastodon. And even today, if you have 10 people trying to solve a common problem, if they have an opinion contest and the winner of the opinion contest will get some kind of reward, like a monetary reward from a business or something, that will produce the best idea to solve the problem. But if you have a conversation where there's not a common problem, it just can devolve into an opinion flex contest. My opinion. Oh yeah, but my opinion. Yeah, but my opinion. Oh yeah, but my opinion. Yeah, but what about this opinion? Which is normally fine. This is a fantastic way to pass the time with your friends. But sometimes these opinion flex contests can devolve into victim flex contests, where you kind of go into a doom loop about the terrible state of the world. This will keep you stuck. This will keep you trapped in a victim mindset, and you'll kind of hypnotize yourself into getting rid of all your creativity and resourcefulness. So this is a trick about how to get out of these potential doom loops that will keep you trapped in victim flex contests. So for example, let's say somebody is complaining about inflation, how high inflation is today. And they say, I can't believe I just paid $15 for a box of Cheerios. I can't believe how high inflation is. A typical victim flex opinion cage fight response would be, are you kidding me? I paid $20 for a box of hot dogs. I paid $30 for a bag of chips. I paid $50 for a gallon of gas. And you're essentially seeing who can come up with the best description of how terrible things are, which will keep you trapped in a victim mindset. This does not lead to a happy ending. So instead, just like you pre-frame your hunger instinct, you can pre-frame your opinion flex instinct by reframing the conversation into a different direction. You can still win the conversation. You can still win the flex contest, but you'll take the conversation in a much better direction. So for example, somebody says, I just paid $15 for a box of Cheerios. I can't believe how high inflation is. You can say, oh yeah, you know what's really high? Is me, because I just smoked a big bag of weed I got from a legal dispensary. I love being alive today. So you've still won the flex contest, but you've completely changed the tone and the direction of the conversation. Or let's say somebody's complaining about the dating market. I can't believe how hard dating is today. I went on the worst Tinder date last night. It was terrible. A normal flex response would be, are you kidding me? I swiped 10,000 times yesterday and I got arrested. And you're arguing over who's got the best example of how terrible the dating market is, which is essentially you guys seeing who can hypnotize themselves the most into thinking the dating market is terrible, which is not a good thing to do. So you reframe that complaint into a positive direction. I had the worst Tinder date last night. I can't believe how hard dating is. Oh yeah? You know what hard is? My dick when I bang your mom. Now that's going to be a reframe. It's going to be a funny. They're going to laugh, and it's going to change the complete tone of the conversation, and you still win the flex contest. Or let's say they're talking about the terrible direction of our society. Did you see what politician X said the other day? I can't believe the direction this country is going in. We're going in the wrong direction. The typical response would be to come up with a better example, a more eloquent example, a more detailed example of how terrible the country is, which means you're hypnotizing yourself into believing the country is terrible and there's no hope for anybody. So instead, they say, did you see what politician X said the other day? I can't believe the direction this country is going in. This country is going in a terrible direction. You can say, you know what's going in a terrible direction? This conversation. Why don't we go out and get some girls or something? This is lame. And you win the flex contest, but you spin it into a different direction. Or another example, somebody's talking about how hard it is to exercise. And a typical response would be, are you kidding me? I haven't exercised in 2 weeks. I haven't exercised in 3 weeks. I'm so fat and lazy, I'm going to die in 2 weeks. And you have a contest to see who can describe how worse it is to exercise, how terrible it is to exercise, how difficult it is to exercise, which essentially is you guys hypnotizing yourself into thinking it's terrible to exercise, which is not a good thing. So instead, you can reframe the conversation and still win the flex contest. I haven't exercised in 2 weeks. It is so hard to exercise these days. You know what's really hard is your goddamn arteries if you keep shoving fast food down your pie hole. That will win the flex contest and you'll change the conversation into a different direction. So how do you do this? It's actually very, very simple. Listen to whatever complaint they made and choose one of the key words or phrases in that complaint and just use it in a different way. Use it in a positive way. Exercising is hard. No, your arteries are hard. Dating is hard. No, my dick is hard. This country is going in the wrong direction. No, this conversation is going in the wrong direction. And so on. Inflation is high. No, I'm high. And this will flip the conversation into a different direction. You'll win the flex contest and it'll be a much more positive conversation. Now, it might be hard to do this on the fly right away. So whenever you hear somebody complain about anything, whether it's in real life, online, or on TV, think for a bit, write down something that you could use something in that statement they said, some phrase or word they said, and use it in a different way, a more positive way. And keep practicing this. And this will give you an incredible social skill, an incredibly attractive social skill. You'll take whatever complaint anybody has, make a joke, win the flex contest, and spin the conversation into a different direction, a positive direction, which will make you very, very socially attractive. So try this out. Let me know what you think in the comments. To learn more about how you can use your language more effectively, check out the links below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.